be perfectly clear today. This bill to approve the Keystone Pipeline is a jobs bill. Over the last few years, too many Americans have been out of work. Not always in the right places where jobs were available, but too many Americans are out of work, and this is an area where people are out of work and need the work and can get it. Wages have been stagnant and median incomes for American families have fallen because this administration and the policies of the Democratic Party have led to a stagnation of the free enterprise system, and an opportunity in particular in the area of energy has been a political issue rather than a jobs issue for the American people. The Keystone Pipeline would support tens of thousands of great paying jobs and to help resolve some problems in this area and across a multi-state area of the West. Yet, President Obama, Secretary Hillary Clinton, and Senate Democrats have stood constantly and consistently in the way of job-creating, shovel-ready projects. For 6 years, we've known that the impact of the Keystone Pipeline would be positive on the American economy, with positive benefits that it would provide for the American people. For 6 years, we've known that the pipeline would add over $1 billion of revenue to a tepid economy. $1 billion in places where people are also out of work, need work, and it can be done through efficiency and effectiveness of this pipeline. Americans have been looking for leadership to secure energy independence to where we no longer have to go across the oceans to receive the energy that we need. With this pipeline, it's an important step, I believe, in the right direction. When completed, the Keystone Pipeline will transport over 800,000 barrels of oil every single day. That is equivalent to half of our daily oil imports from the Middle East. Mr. Speaker, that's competition to the current system. That's how you get prices lower at the gas pump, by having competition. Competition to the Middle East for the oil that we will use in this country. This will further help lower energy costs for American families while helping to bolster our national security by weaning us off oil from nations that sometimes do not have our best interest in their own mind. Instead of partnering with in the Middle East, the Keystone Pipeline lets us work together with our dear friends from Canada. By approving the Keystone Pipeline, the federal government will reduce our dependency overnight. Reduce our dependency overnight while creating much-needed jobs and to provide billions of dollars in economic opportunity in USA. We all know that Keystone can accomplish what the American people want, and that is that we need to work together also. Mr. Speaker, we need to work together. And finally, what's happened is that the Senate Democrats are asking for this bill. Regardless of the reason, what we're doing here today is to work together on ideas that we've been trying to push for a long, long time. In September of 2008, TransCanada submitted their application to the Department of State to construct the Keystone Pipeline. Yet the Obama administration has blocked and delayed construction of the pipeline at every single turn. Excuse after excuse after excuse, rather than getting it done. The State Department, led by Secretary Hillary Clinton and Secretary Kerry, has stood firmly in the way of jobs created by this project. They have held dozens of meetings and issued study after study, each of what confirm what Republicans have said all along, and that is the pipeline will create jobs and inject billions of dollars into the American economy while doing it so in a safe and limited environmental impact way. Beginning in 2011, with Republicans, as soon as they won this body and became the majority, we started passing laws to jumpstart the pipeline, Time after time I've been on the floor of this body, Mr. Speaker, you have stood faithfully in your chair to listen to the debates. It is you, Mr. Speaker, who has been behind this idea to make sure that we would keep it as a part of our objective, an objective for the American people, opportunities for the American people, and a friendship with the Canadians. Sadly, Senate Democrats have refused to allow even a vote. Yet, just yesterday, the Keystone Pipeline suddenly became a hot topic on the Senate floor. A hot topic because they want to get it done now. Well, so what's changed? Last week, after 6 long years, members of the Senate finally decided to listen to the American people. The House has been listening and acting for 4 years now, but now that the Senate is prepared to join us, we are here to work together. The House is prepared to pass this bill from Dr. Bill Casto, yes, from an energy state called Louisiana, a dear friend of not only this body, but a dear friend of consumers and families who understand that we need to reduce even further cost at the gas pump, that we need to be concerned about where we buy our oil and our energy, and to make sure we're doing business with the friends and people we know. So they can pass it and they can send it to the President's desk. We're going to send the same bill. The same bill they're doing in the Senate, it's the same one we're going to do here. We're going to get it to the President. No more delays, no more excuses. It's actually time to make the Keystone Pipeline a reality. Said another way, the election's over. Let's get our work done. I'm proud that the House has led on this issue. I look forward to the Senate joining us. I hope the President will do the same thing. I hope he'll sign another jobs bill that's been passed by the House of Representatives.